Hey there, TBI talkers. It's so great to see you again. As you may have guessed, today we're going to be talking about traumatic brain injury. Now, I know that TBI can sound like a really serious, heavy topic, and in many ways it is. But here's the thing. I believe that it's also a topic that deserves more attention, more conversation, and more understanding. And that's why I wanted to make this video for you today. So, let's dive in. First of all, what is a traumatic brain injury? Well, in short, it's an injury to the brain that's caused by some external force. Maybe it's from a fall, a sports injury, a car accident, or something else entirely. But regardless of how it happens, the impact of a traumatic brain injury can be huge. It can affect a person's memory, their emotions, their coordination, and so much more. Now, if you're someone who's never dealt with a traumatic brain injury before, you might be thinking to yourself, well, that sounds pretty scary. Why should I even care about this? And that's a fair question. But the reality is that TBI is more common than you might think. In fact, every year, millions of people in the world, and also in the US, experience some form of TBI. And beyond that, TBI can affect everyone of any age, any background. So even if it's something that's not affected you personally, it's likely that you know someone who's gone through something like a traumatic brain injury or a TBI. Okay, so we've established that traumatic brain injury is a big deal, but here's the thing. It's not all doom and gloom. In fact, one thing that I've learned since my own TBI is that it can also be about resilience, adaptation, and hope. Let me tell you a bit about my story. A few years ago, I was in a car accident that left me with a traumatic brain injury. It was really scary, difficult time for me. I was struggling to remember things, focus, and to feel like myself. But by bit, I started to adjust to the new reality. I started to find ways to work around my limitations, to find joy in the small things, and to appreciate the people around me in new ways. And you know what? I'm not alone. There are countless people out there who have gone through the same thing or similar things to mine. People who have struggled with things like memory loss, anxiety, depression, and more. But the thing is, a lot of these people aren't getting the support and attention that they deserve and need. That's why I wanted to create this website, tbitalk.com, and put out this video to speak out about the qualities of life with a traumatic brain injury, and to encourage others to speak out too. Now, one thing that I found is that it can be really tough to know how to support someone who's going through a TBI. Maybe you're not sure what to say and how to act, or what to do, and that's okay. It's a learning process, but here are a few things that I've found to be helpful. First of all, listen sometimes. People with TBI just need to vent and to talk about things through. Be a listening ear for them. Secondly, be patient. Remember that people with TBI may take longer to process information or to complete tasks. Try not to rush them. And finally, be kind. Living with a TBI can be really isolating and lonely. A simple act of kindness, like bringing over a meal or sending a text to check in, can go a long way. Okay, so that's a bit about my story and about tips for supporting those with TBI. But here's the thing. I didn't want to lecture you about this topic. I wanted to have a little fun too. So let me tell you about some totally ridiculous things that I've done since my injury. Things like forgetting how to use a spoon or getting lost on a 5-minute walk around the corner.